guys, so this is Shasta and I'm going to talk about how much everything costs when you start up for LuLaRoe. I guess there's a lot of differences about how much everything should cost, what kind of supplies you should get, what's going to work for your business, differ from what's going to work for somebody else's business. So there are a lot of different costs to consider. So I'm going to talk about what I've purchased in addition to my initial inventory and give you guys some real numbers so you have an idea of how much money you might end up spending up front before you even make any sales. And I'll first start with the inventory. So when I onboarded last week, and they had just changed the initial inventory package. They just changed it from the Nicole dress to the Julia dress, and then they switched out the Azure skirt for the Cassie skirt. And then I didn't do any add-ons. I didn't get the Patrick T add-on or the leggings add-on that are included or can be included in the initial inventory. So what I spent for just initial inventory is $5,087.25. And that got me 315 pieces. And then as soon as I hung up the phone, well, I was in the car, so pretty much not as soon as I hung up the phone, but as soon as I got home, I logged into Audrey and got familiar with the dashboard, and then I put 2 additional orders in. I put 2 additional 33-piece orders, and those cost together, $1,162.80. And in this order, and both of these orders, I ordered leggings, and then I bumped up the styles that I already had. I just got a few more of each in every size that I thought would sell well based on what, just based on who my customers are, who I think my customers are. And what I'm trying to do is just deepen my inventory. I was really tempted to get a new style. Fortunately, the Carly dress wasn't available, otherwise I would have bought it. But I'm just trying to build my inventory deep and not wide right now. So just inventory alone, just the LuLaRoe clothes, it was $6,250.05. So at the very minimum, that's how much I'm spending, at least on clothes. Now, as far as how I'm going to set up my business, I'm mostly going to be focusing on online sales. I will try to do some in-home pop-ups, but it really just depends on my schedule. I start grad school in a couple of weeks, and even though I only have classes a couple days a week, the workload's really high, so it's hard for me to maintain my GPA, or at least I think it will be, amidst all this LuLaRoe madness. So I just have to be really mindful of how I allot my time, and I think online sales are going to be best for me. So as far as the additional things that I spent, behind me we have a backdrop, and my husband and I installed this. It is actually, it's laminate flooring. So we own our home, so we felt like we could do a fun accent wall in this room that I'm using. So with this laminate wall, and then we added some shelves in the walk-in closet that's in this room. We added shelves and closet rods in there, and then we painted that room a very pretty light blue. All of that material and all of the like tools that we had to buy for that, we had to rent a nail gun to install this. That cost $292.56. And that was probably the biggest purchase that we've done so far, besides the clothes, was just getting everything set up. Another big purchase were hangers. I decided to go with velvet hangers. I know pretty much everybody does, but I use them in my own personal closet, and they save so much space, especially compared to plastic hangers. So I knew I wanted to go with velvet hangers, and I bought my velvet hangers from a couple of different places. We don't have a Costco near me right now, but I do know that they have a great deal. I'm not sure exactly what the price is, but I wasn't able to go there. So instead, I bought my hangers both on Amazon and then at Marshall's. And for 350 hangers, we spent $159.07. And that comes out to about 45 cents per hanger. So I think that was pretty good. And I like them, so that's good. Another big purchase for the business was buying a Dymo thermal printer. This is totally something that I wanted to do I've been wanting to do for a while. I have another business. I resell women's clothing on resale websites like eBay and Poshmark. So I have a lot of experience printing and labeling my own shipping packages at home. And I've been wanting to buy a Dymo printer for a while. So it just made sense that I should get one now to start LuLaRoe, and that way I could use the printer for both businesses. And so I was able to get the printer. I spent only $149.79. And then I also bought 1,320 labels to go with it. So that was $43.69. So for the printer and the labels, it was under $200. Some miscellaneous things that I purchased that I think were essential for me was a business card design. I bought a business card design from Etsy. It is approved by LuLaRoe. It's really cute. Let me show you guys. You probably can't see it, but it's little pineapples, and then it just has my name with my contact info, and then on the back, same thing. So I bought this design from Etsy, and then I bought 500 of them from Vistaprint, and that was $41. Some other miscellaneous things that I purchased were a Bluetooth selfie remote. Now, this is totally optional, but I love this already. So it syncs with my iPhone via Bluetooth, and all I do is just click it, and it takes my picture for me. And this has been helpful when I have my phone on a tripod or on some place where it has a vantage point and I can take a selfie without having to ask my husband to be an Instagram husband. Another miscellaneous purchase was a smartphone camera tripod, which is actually what my camera is resting on right now, and that was $7.99. And then I also bought an iPad tripod mount adapter, and that's what this guy looks like. And I bought this so that I could use my iPad on the tripod instead of my iPhone, because I plan to do Periscope sales, and it's just so much easier to read on my iPad than it is on my iPhone, so that's why I needed that adapter. Another miscellaneous cost for me were hanger size markers. So I bought I think a 200 of every size, from extra small to 3XL. You never know, maybe I'll have that much inventory someday. And I bought those that go on my hanger, and they come in different colors. I also bought coat claim check tags to use during Periscope sales, as well as plastic clothes rod dividers so that I can divide the clothes when they're hung up by style, and familiarize my assistant, my husband, on what the different styles are. And all of those things cost about $68, and I bought them all from eBay. Another expense were poly mailers. Not going to lie, I bought a lot of different LuLaRoe from other consultants, and they just have the cutest mailers, and for the most part, everyone seems to get everything from U-Pack and Ship, and that's also where I bought mine. And instead of the floral, because the floral was sold out, I got these cute little guys. So I'm really excited to be sending some LuLaRoe out in these. But I bought 200 of them, and that was $23.43 with shipping. Another expense that I just decided to go for, we were in the area, we were near an IKEA, so I bought those huge blue Frakta bags, and I bought 6 of them with the zipper, and then 4 of them that are just the handles. And I also bought this huge wicker basket that I plan to put leggings in, and all those things were $43 even. So I got 2 subscriptions for my business that I just thought were really important for me. The first one is my stamps.com account, and that is about $15.99 per month. Though the first month is free, I did pay about $10 to get the shipping scale, which is free, sent to me. So other than that initial $10, I'm not paying for the service yet, but it will be about $16 a month. And the other subscription that I bought was a Adobe Photoshop subscription. And I've used Adobe a lot in college, and I've always loved doing graphic design on my own and making my own graphics. And I kind of wanted to move away from using my phone all the time to make my graphics. and actually make my own graphics via Photoshop, just because I wanted to practice those skills, and I really just wanted the program to make my own LuLaRoe graphics, like for my Facebook page as well as for my Instagram. And that is about $10.16 per month. So it's $9.99 per month, and then with tax, it's $10.16 per month. And I did, because I'm a graduate student, I do qualify for the student discount. So I think normally, and you'll have to check on the website to double check, but I think normally it starts at $19.99 per month. But I was able, as a student, I can get it for $9.99 per month. And so far, this has been a really worthwhile investment for me. Because I've been making tons of my own graphics, my Facebook album covers, and my giveaway photos or pictures, and it's been a lot of fun to use it. And there were definitely some things that you might want to consider buying for your LuLaRoe business that I just didn't have to buy because I already own those things because of my other business. The first thing is a dress form. I bought my dress form for my other business at Hobby Lobby. It was $55, and I bought the smallest size that I could find. So the dress form that I have is about a size 4, and I plan to use the dress form also for my LuLaRoe photos. And it's really nice to have a small size because you can always pin larger sizes back to kind of show the silhouette of the top or whatever the dress form needs to be modeling. If you get a bigger size, it's kind of hard to squeeze a super small, an extra small, or even an extra small onto it. So that is why I bought, a few months ago anyway, that's why I bought such a small dress form. But that isn't a cost that I had to buy for LuLaRoe specifically. Some other things, clothes racks, the kind on wheels. I didn't have to buy those because I already own them. For my other business, that's where I hang all my clothes. And another cost that I didn't have to consider for LuLaRoe was a digital camera. I'm recording with my Nikon D3100 now, and I've owned this camera for a few years. I mostly take pictures of my dogs, honestly, but it's a great camera, and I love it, and so I plan to use this camera not only for YouTube videos like this, but also for taking photos of my inventory. Some other things that I didn't have to buy that you might want to consider are photography lights. I bought a lighting kit from Amazon, I think for about $60 for 2 lights, and they work great. I love them. They really illuminate whatever it is that I'm trying to take photos of. And this, I think, is really helpful too, because if you're kind of strapped on time, whether you're a student or your mom or you work during the day, it's really nice to have lights. That way you can still take photos and record things later in the evening, so that when you don't have direct sunlight. Another couple things that I did not have to purchase that just might be useful for you and have certainly been useful for me in my business is an iPad. My iPad is actually, I think, the 2nd generation, so in technology terms that's pretty old, but it works great. Periscope looks great on it. The camera works well, so I plan to continue using that iPad. At least until the very end. Maybe in a few months or a little while, even longer than that, I'll consider buying the newer iPad Pro, but right now that's just not something that I feel like I need to buy. I also have a desktop iMac computer as well as a MacBook Air that I usually use for school, and I use both of those, and they are synced together on my iCloud. And for me, this has been really great because sometimes I will make my graphics on Photoshop on my laptop while I'm sitting in a coffee shop somewhere or downstairs, like just in between like chores that I'm doing, and then the images that I save will automatically sync to my iCloud, and then when I go upstairs into this room, I can easily pull those photos onto my desktop computer. And that's been a really seamless transition for me. It's honestly kind of a luxury. It's not a necessity, but I found that really beneficial for me. So how much did everything cost? So with the inventory, with all the supplies, and with the 2 subscriptions I have spent $7,120.71. And saying that number aloud kind of freaks me out. Like, I'm actually sweating just thinking about that, and not just because of the photography lights. That is a lot of money, but I think that it's going to be worth it with LuLaRoe, and I'm super, super excited to get started. My inventory arrives next week, so my launch party will be probably a week after that, because I want to take the time to really get familiar with everything, and kind of set up everything how I want it to look, so that way I'm ready for my launches. So if you loved watching this video, please feel free to join my Facebook group. I have a link in my profile. I'll also put the link down here on the bottom. And you can start shopping with me soon. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment here on YouTube and I will gladly answer them. Or you can always go on Facebook, join my group, and message me there. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye. Alright, test, 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 test. Boom, boom. Let's see how this looks. That is a lot of money.